let's do this show thingy. Alright. I think it's less cold. I haven't even looked. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
The temperature in Moortown right now is 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
30 degrees. That feels so warm. Compared to what it's been. Here we go. 2, 1. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Friday, November 15th, 2019. My name's Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Good morning, Daniel. I like when you guys say good morning. Lets me know who's here, because I'm not going to dig in and try to figure out who's here while I'm doing the show. So when you message in the chat, lets me know who's here. I like that. I could go back to bed. I wouldn't hate that. So, good morning, Stacy. I'm gonna see Stacy tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 4th annual Whistlekick free martial arts training day. I'm so pumped. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be super great, awesome, and many other superlatives. And I'm looking forward to seeing people, meeting people, and seeing how many people come. Will it be bigger than last year? Probably. How much bigger? I don't know. We'll find out. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. There's I don't know if people who haven't been training their entire lives, for decades, really understand how special something like this event is. The idea of just getting people together from all over to train and to share and to make new friends, and no one makes any money on it. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm not aware of anybody else doing anything like it. Stacy says it will be splendiferous. Yes, I agree. It's gonna be cool. New venue this year. And it's funny that every year there's been some kind of hiccup leading up to it, and it always falls into place. And just like this year, it's fallen into place. And really, the only thing I have on my schedule today, I've got a couple little things, but the main thing on my schedule today is getting a couple things prepped for it. Bringing release forms and whatever whistlekick related stuff I want people to know about. People asked if I was going to be bringing gear to sell. No, because gear is online. I might bring a few things. I don't know. I don't really want to. I don't want to worry about selling things. I just want to be there. I want to engage and interact with people. I don't want to watch a table or take payments. Yeah. Exactly. Free. I don't want it to be just free in terms of money, but I want it to be free in terms of my commitments. I just want to be there. I'm not even on the instructor roster. I'm the backup. I put myself in the backup slot today, or this year. Because as much as Daniel says he just had a quick look at flights. Daniel, you're always welcome. Everyone is welcome. That's the best part. $1,300 each way. Well, yeah, because it's last minute. Sorry. I bet if you'd planned ahead, it would have been cheaper. No, I'm just looking forward to taking a bunch of sessions and meeting a bunch of new people and watching. My favorite part, honestly, is watching all of these people become friends with each other. I see that on social media. I see on Facebook this person liking that person's post. I know where they met. They met at training day. they became friends there. And I just think that's the best. So it's not supposed to snow. It's not supposed to be, well, I think it's going to be cold tomorrow night. I don't think it's cold during the day. We'll see. But got a bunch of people coming into town tonight to stay, and yeah, it's going to be great. Yesterday was pretty good. Got through a bunch of work. Did a bunch of financial stuff. And what else? Working on some more apparel designs. Went to the gym. We had a gym meeting, all the coaches. And so what's today? Today's Friday. Friday. Woo! And what's going on today? Not much. I'm gonna drink some coffee. I'm gonna hang out, get ready for training day, maybe take a nap. Did everything I could to make sure Friday was pretty open. And I'm gonna enjoy having it open. But I know we've got some questions and some comments and things in here, and if you want to ask something, you should do so. You should drop a comment below, and I'll answer it tomorrow. Alrighty. All right, here's a joke coming in from Frank. Why did the turkey cross the road? He wanted to prove he wasn't chicken. I really enjoy good, bad jokes. Like that one. It's a good, bad joke. Works. All right. Question 1. Will you be doing anything differently this year for Free Training Day? Let's see. Couple things. So first off, it is simpler. In previous years, I've tried to make it more complicated, more complex, tried to provide just more, because that's my nature. That's how I think. I want to make things big and fancy, and that's not what people have been responding to with this. So, for training day, I didn't try to do extra. I didn't try to do more. I didn't try to find new and creative ways to include things. For example, last year, we were unable to have the final session that we've had in previous years. So I wanted to do something around martial arts radio and plug that into the final slot. Everybody was too tired. They were too tired to think. Everybody had been training all day and having a blast, but too tired to help record an episode of martial arts radio. So we ended up leaving. I didn't try to do that this year. We have a great final session for anybody that's been to previous years. So Cheryl Medley is going to be running a group combat sort of historical European martial arts foam weapon thing. We've done it before. It's great. It's a ton of fun. So that's the final session. What else is different? Different venue. Number of different instructors. First time I'm not instructing. Stacy, I hope you're bringing your camera. This is one of those events that I try to let people dictate. Awesome. Thanks, Gabe. Gabe says he'll be there next year and he'll totally record something. That'd be great. Maybe next year we'll get a bunch of people to come up a day or two beforehand and we'll record a bunch of content. It'll be fun. I try to let people, and this isn't just with training day, this is with whistlekick, this is my philosophy on business. You try to let people dictate what they want. And it doesn't mean you don't experiment. You don't throw stuff against the wall and see what sticks, but you can't force your market. You can't force your customers. And even though this is a free event, it's still the same philosophy. The people attending are my customers. And I do what they want. And if they really like something, I'm going to keep it. For example, certain instructors. I rotate some instructors out and bring other people in. And I try to make sure that people are doing slightly different things every year. Because you got to have the right mix. If it's the same thing every year, people get bored. But if people know, hey, training day is a place I can go where I know there will always be some great instructors I worked with last year, and I'm going to meet some cool new instructors, and every session I have to decide where I want to go, and that's a challenge, then we're doing something right. And that's something that I really try to do when I lay out the schedule, is making sure that none of the sessions are, let's say, lopsided. You've got, I know the group. I know generally what people are going to gravitate towards. Whether or not that's where they want to be, they don't know until they're there. So I try to make sure that the stronger sessions are not paired up with a weaker session, because you know what? If you've ever run a session and 3 people come over to you and 45 go to the other session, that stinks. And we'll have some that are not super balanced, but I try to lay out the schedule in a way that it is, and that creates choice, and it makes people wonder. And I'm looking at the schedule, and there isn't a single thing on the schedule that I do not want to participate in. That has not been the case in past years. There have been a couple things I've looked at and said, that wouldn't be for me. But every single thing we have this year looks great. I'm super pumped. So I'm going to take entirely full credit for that, based on who I've selected as instructors. No, I'm not taking full credit for it, but I'm taking some. Next question. What is your favorite part of training day? I kind of spoke to this already. It's the personal connections. One of the things I've always taken pride in is that I am part of different circles, different groups of people. Back in college, I introduced people that became good friends. In the martial arts world, I connect people that become friends. Training day is a way that I do that. And I like doing that because, let's face it, for a very long time, martial arts was kind of clustered, right? You'd have this region's this style over here, and the same style could be even the same lineage, but a different geographic region. And by geographic region, I mean, could be 3 hours away over here, and they didn't connect, they didn't talk. And I've never been one that digs those artificial boundaries. I think they're stupid. So I connect people. They become friends. And cool stuff comes of it. So. Since I kind of already talked about that, what's my second favorite part of training day? Learning new things. In the earlier sessions, I tend to hang back and observe, because I want to make sure I'm there to welcome people and make sure they sign in. Since there's no payment, making sure people sign the release form is critical. Cat's making weird noises. But then once we get rocking and rolling, like, I jump in, I train. I still keep an eye out to what's going on, but I'm training. What are you doing, weirdo? Stacy says, watching me during Capoeira last year. Yeah. Every year, the last 3 years, we've had a Capoeira session. And unfortunately, it's the only time that I get to do Capoeira. And I've threatened to roll down to Northampton for classes with Bruno, who what's his title now? Formado Bicicleta, and I love capoeira. I really do. It's so much fun. Would love to do more, but you know what? Not on the cards right now. That's okay. So this is my opportunity to scratch that itch, as well as other itches. I'm also really excited. So my karate teachers are coming, and if you've been following this show and martial arts radio and stuff, you've caught bits and pieces about them and my reconnection with them. But they're going to be teaching something that, you know, they've become well known for. It's a drill, and then they're working in some concepts that, you know, I'm not going to say is exclusively theirs, but it's theirs. And as they're developing this new style, or this formalization, I guess I should say, of this style that they are working on, that they're including me in. I see how they present it tomorrow and how it's received as kind of experimental. And knowing them, we'll be discussing some things, or we'll be discussing how it was received and what the feedback was. And I'm super pumped because they are also bringing mats. So for the first time, we get to offer mats. And so when I laid out the schedules, okay, who gets the mats? You know, just picking sessions in that way. So, yeah. Oh, my neck is so stiff. What is the main thing you hope people will walk away with this year? I hope we get to shatter some perceptions. It's always the goal for this event. By exposing people to different martial arts, different martial artists, people in different places, we're tearing down those boundaries. And when boundaries are torn away, you get to see more. And when you get to see a lot more, it can be overwhelming. And I find that very exciting, for people to realize, whoa, I've only ever trained in this style at this school, but now I realize there's so much more out there, and I'm excited. I think that is phenomenal. I like to see people learn. I like to see people shift. What do I mean by shift? I like to see people grow. And sometimes we can get stuck doing the same thing. If you go to the same class, you know, 2-3 times a week, the same time in the same place, being taught by the same instructor for years, you are only ever going to get as good as that person communicating in that way can get you. But when you're doing different things, hearing concepts in different ways from different styles, it doesn't just mean that you're getting better at that new stuff. It means that you might be getting better at your old stuff. And that's what I want people to walk away with, is this realization that cross-training not only is fun and exciting, but is ultimately beneficial to your core martial art. And I don't think everyone realizes that. Because I don't think everyone cross-trains. I don't think everyone realizes that. My Taekwondo has made my karate better. My Taekwondo is better because of my karate. And vice versa. When you add all the different pieces in, who I am as a martial artist, whatever style I'm training, and even holding to the parameters of that style, it's better because of the other stuff I've done. Do I know all of the nuance as deeply as if I had spent that entire time focused on that single style? No, I don't. And I'm okay with that. It's Friday. I'm not going to give you homework because who gives homework on the weekends? If you want to ask a question, and I hope you do, I love getting questions. Drop it below, I'll answer it on Monday. I'm sure I'll tell you all about training day on Monday if you are not fortunate enough to be there. Don't forget, subscribe, turn on notifications because I do this show every weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern here on YouTube, but you can catch it later, of course, on YouTube or in your podcast feed. Big shout out and thank you to Frank for all of his support and help with this show. Big shout out and thank you to all of you for your support and watching and drinking coffee with me. This mug is available at whistlekick.com, and there's a bunch more stuff there. Check it out. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll see you back here on Monday. I'll see some of you tomorrow. Take care. Peace.